Red Devils 15, St Helens 18. Controversial is what I would say about this particular game. It started so well, didn't it, for Salford? Brodie Croft showing his man of steel form, a sumptuous offload to Callum Watkins for the opening score. Then we've seen it time and time again, haven't we? A lovely little dink over the top for Ryan Brierley to go in for Salford. They were looking in complete command, 15 points to 2 up at half time. And then the first 3 minutes of that second half just changed absolutely everything. Paul Rowley absolutely livid with Jack Smith, the referee. And I have to say, as a neutral, I can understand why. First of all, T. Ritson, down the wing he goes. For me, there's no doubt about it. Brodie Croft puts Ritson's foot on the line. The linesman is right there. He has two choices. One, it's a turnover. Two, tackle complete penalty. What he can't do is ignore it. And that's exactly what he did. Two play the balls later, and Dion Cross is sent for 10. And then the calamity that was the Matty Lees try. Can somebody please explain to me why that wasn't a knock on? Morgan Knowles clearly loses possession. It hits the Salford player. It bounces forward. And then, of course, Matty Lees takes it on. Unbelievable. Those 3 minutes changed the entire emphasis of this game. I understand why the coach of the Salford Red Devils was so disappointed with the officiating in this one. And I can say that it just wasn't good enough for me. Big calls. 3 minutes into the second half, swung this the way of the Saints. You can't blame Saints. Saints can only do what they did. You play to the whistle, you carry on playing. I've got no issue with that. But my Lord, Dick Turpin wore a mask. Whoa, there's a lot of masks being worn by St Helens because they got out of there with a lot of loot, didn't they, on Sunday afternoon. And of course, this puts a bit of a dent now into Salford's chances of playoff places. They've been in, difficult form. They've not really been at it. Yes, they've had a few injury concerns. Of course, over the last few weeks, players missing, etc., etc. But this was, a real opportunity, especially at half-time, 15-2 up, to go on. And, they have form, of course. Remember last year against Saints, they absolutely tonked them at the Salford Community Stadium. So, yeah, for me, personally, missed opportunity here. For Salford, as for Saints, well, like I say, let's not harp on too much about that 3 minutes. Of course, a brilliant try for Tommy Makinson. And, of course, Jack Wellsby, once again. He's been at it all season. Without Wellsby, where would Saints be this year? That's what I would say. We saw it in the World Club Challenge final. He's been in great form all season. He's unplayable, isn't he? He's absolutely unplayable. The boy is box office. Another superb performance from Mr. Wellsby. That try again from deep. We've seen him do it quite a few times over the last few weeks, haven't we? Really solid. 24 carries, 146 metres in this. 9 tackle busts as well for Jack Wellsby. He is the difference at the moment for St Helens. St Helens, of course, are going to have to do it tough. We know about their injury concerns going into the latter stages. Of course, now the transfer window is firmly shut, so they're going to have to do it with what they've got. And of course, one of those is Delaney. 15 carries from Delaney, 98 metres from him. Only 2 tackle busts. That'll be concerning from a middle unit. And how did Matty Lees get into the Super League team of the week? Can somebody explain that to me? If you actually look at where Matty Lees stands in terms of prop forwards this week, it is absolutely remarkable that the Super League panel have put him in the team of the week. He scored a try that's dubious. His meters were, I think he was in the bottom half of prop forward meter making this week. He was nowhere near. And yet again, we see some really dubious decisions. We've seen it in the Albert Goldthorpe medal table. Obviously the Super League Man of Steel points are now behind closed doors, so God only knows what those guys are up to. But based on the fact, if it's the same panel that picked the team of the week that do the Man of Steel awards, well, I'm really scratching my head. Matty Lees, team of the week, do me a favour. No surprises. He's not going to be in ours. But yeah, there you go. Well done to Saints. Of course, Saints now 4th. They have that game in hand. That's going to be sorted out this Sunday against Huddersfield. Huddersfield, of course, in great form. That, I think, is going to be a more sterner test. Such is the form that Huddersfield are on. Saints are going to have a real challenge there when they take on Huddersfield. And then when they come back, they're going to be playing at home against either the Challenge Cup winners or the Challenge Cup losers in Hull KR. Then it's Casford, then it's Wakefield. So a really nice run of fixtures now for St Helens before it picks up a little bit going into the playoffs. So Saints, don't worry about it. They're going to be in the playoffs. We know they're going to be in the playoffs. It's what happens at the business end of the season now that's going to matter to them. As, of course, for the Salford Red Devils. They're going up against Huddersfield at the John Smith Stadium when we return to Super League. Then it's Wakefield at home. And then it's going to be Wigan away. So, opportunities there. I think, Salford will certainly not be too overawed going to play Huddersfield. And certainly they'll see the Wakefield game as an opportunity. But so will Wakefield see it as an opportunity to maybe get more important points for their survival in Super League. It's a fascinating season. It really is, isn't it? I thought there was some really nice tries on show here. The Wellesby one was beautiful. Certainly the Callum Watkins one, that lovely, and the Chick, three brilliant tries in this one. It's rugby league football at its greatest when you see tries of that standard. Saints, I have to say, I do think you've got away with one here. Salford, commiserations. What were your thoughts on the game? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends about us. That's another edition of In the Shed. We'll see you next time. Salford Red Devils 15, St Helens 18.